Hello, Impact Speakers. Daryl Ross here. Thank you for joining me. So you want to be a keynote speaker? This is a great video series for you. I've been speaking over 15 years and love this industry. But do me a favor first. Go in the comments below and type in how you got started. What is it? Why do you want to be a keynote speaker? Maybe you spoke at work for the meetings and all the employees would see you speak and would tell you, you know, you're good at this. You should be a speaker. Maybe you spoke at church or in school. Either way, you would prepare presentations and you realize you have a heart for this. You want to impact people. Whatever it is, type it in. I want to read that because I love to hear where you started. We all start somewhere, right? So in this video, I want to kind of hone in on two areas that I wish I had thought of when I first started out 15 years ago. Number one, identify your ideal audience. Identify your ideal audience. So if you could wave a magic wand, who's in the audience? Who is it? Men, women, stay-at-home moms, dads, nurses, corporate, healthcare? Bottom line is, it's really important that you know who you are and who you can impact. This does not mean you can't spiral into other markets, but it gives you an idea of where you can start. I began in the youth market. I just love that market, and I count youth as K through 12, college, different market. So K through 12 was my sweet spot. Elementary school, middle school, even high school. So within that, I did really well, but I identified even a smaller niche in that. You know what it is? Fifth grade. I know, it's kind of crazy. My jokes, videos, content really hit home with fifth graders. So in this area, fifth grade, the last of elementary school, sixth grade starts middle school. So I did a presentation for one school. A principal reached out to me and we kind of developed this Be Extraordinary presentation for fifth graders going into sixth grade. It wasn't a graduation, but it was more of to empower these kids, make the school proud, go for your dreams, and really motivate them. And it went great. Here's an image right here. I'm at Independent Elementary School, all fifth graders in the room. You see I'm showing an eagle there on the slide to signify they're going to soar and do great things. But here's the really cool thing. It worked out great, and I realized that I can do this in multiple schools. You know, there's always fifth graders going into sixth grade. So within the youth market, I identified, you know, another ideal audience for me. You can do the exact same thing. So number one, I want you to identify your ideal audience. Number two, I want you to create a spin-off speech from your ideal audience. So let me explain that to you. I work with youth in churches, conferences, schools, and I can take that information and use that to assist educators. Now, I'm not a teacher, but imagine I were to speak at a teacher conference. I would motivate them, inspire, and share real stories of what I've learned from students. See my point? I've learned things about bullying, peer pressure, fitting in, testing, auditioning for plays or trying out for the sports team. All of that, they'll share with me. I can use that with teachers. So it really helps. I created a presentation called The Power of a Teacher, and I use that real information in that presentation. So think of your ideal audience first, how you can work with them, and then from that information, who else can you assist? It works out great. I did it again in the corporate world. So I identified my ideal audience is frontline and mid-level managers. So I'm working with frontline, learning about them, getting more information, presenting to them. But that information I now roll into a new speech for managers. So it's so helpful. Right here's an image of me speaking at the Small Business Lenders Conference. I know you're thinking, what is that? But these are all small business managers and leaders, directors who have teams of 10, 15, 20 frontline employees. So I'm there to speak on leadership, but within the presentation, I will share information I learned from the front line, all because I identified my ideal audience and then created a spin-off speech from the ideal audience to help a different group. You can do the exact same thing. So today, I want you to work on just who your ideal audience is. Really hone in. Don't be that general speaker that speaks to everyone. Of course you can, but I'm going to help you ring that in throughout these videos. So work on that, and then who the spin-off speech would be for. Would be for managers, for teachers, directors, military. There's so many. Go through that today. But wait, before you go, I want you to check out my free webinar on the 8 markets that pay you to speak. I didn't know about this when I first started. I knew 2 markets, the youth market and corporate. That was it. But I've identified 8 markets that will pay you. I've had success in all these markets. I know you can too. It's a 30-minute webinar, so get pen and paper, get ready, take notes. I'll walk you through who to reach out to, and more importantly, what topics you should prepare to speak on. So put your name and email below and watch the video, all right? Hope this was helpful today. Leave in some comments. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay blessed.